Hello, everyone. We are going to be tapping in to your family, your friends today before we have that big holiday meal, seeing what their thoughts, intentions, emotions are. Yeah, and maybe even what to avoid talking about or who to avoid, whatever it may be. All right, you guys. So happy early Thanksgiving. If you don't know already, I'm Miss Geneva Tarot. I give readings on Keen. I have been there for, I don't even know how long, you guys, like 12 years now, something like that. So if you're needing some more personal guidance after this, please link over. I'll be available today. Or read my reviews if you're just wanting to learn a little bit about me. And as you can hear, I'm already shuffling these babies. All right, so I'm here, you guys. I'm hoping to help you avoid some family and friends drama on this Thanksgiving and get some ideas of what's going on in people's minds, thoughts, and what their real intent is. So I'm just kind of taking my time to see if people are going to pile in here before we get started. How is everybody? Is everybody excited for Thanksgiving? Oh, what happened here? All right. Wow. My timestamp just disappeared altogether, you guys. So what's everybody going to have? Like, are you cooking? Are you baking? What's going on? Are you just showing up? Are you the crazy uncle that we're going to be reading on? Let me know. All right, you guys. So we're going to go into family first and friends. We're doing all 12 zodiacs. All right. So we're going to dish that drama. Make sure you're tapping into your sun, moon, and rising and cross watching. All right, you guys. And make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that goodness so that we're sharing energy so you can intake these messages so I can tune into yours. And we're going to get this party started on Aries. Oh, I better timestamp it. All right. And I apologize, you guys. I went to come on and I had a reading come in. I forgot to sign off a Keen. So I had to take a reading. So please forgive me. I'm just happy we're finally here. All right. Shuffling these babies and getting right into Aries. Aries family dynamic, guys. What do they need to know? What preparation do we have for Aries around Thanksgiving? Oh, let me get comfortable here. Man. This is some wild energy here, Aries. Okay, so I'm seeing you getting some new vision, some new insight about your family. Like maybe you're getting older and, maybe they're getting older, but you're seeing something more clear. I think two people here very clearly, okay? And you're seeing that somebody kind of lacks some control around their emotions, all right? So maybe somebody's a little moody this Thanksgiving meal and you're like, maybe this is not part of the family dynamic that I want to be part of, right? You're like, I'm going to detach from that. I'm not an angry person. I feel adventurous and excited, and you're full of gratitude, and you're happy to be here. So here's you feeling, really excited to see your family and spend time, at least with the ones that you love and enjoy. But you get there and you're like, wow, people are kind of moody, or at least this one individual has really just got a bad temperament on them. And it's like they're not even aware of their negative energy that they're spewing, right? And the guys are saying, let it go. I think they're going to be doing a lot of blabbing about things that are burdening them, their problems, their money problems, maybe politics. Avoid that, right? Yeah, I feel like this person's really full of some anger, got a lot to say, and they're just using this family dinner to kind of vent, get it out there. But I'm also seeing something about a female energy as well. I mean, I assume it could be a male. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female. But they're having some issues around their finances, their career, or something. They're doing something bizarre career-wise, and you're like, what is happening here? right? And you're like, oh, they're not very bright. They're not making good decisions. That's what I see thought based for you guys, right? I have the Empress, but it's in reverse, saying they're not very creative. They're not thinking out in the long run, and you're lacking understanding. Like, what are they doing with their life? So maybe they're not working, yeah, and they're not even concerned. They're not planning for the future. So maybe this is one of the young family members, and you're like, you're seeing a bigger picture. You're seeing things in the long run, maybe because you're a little older. You're concerned about them. You watch over them and you're like, what are you thinking? And the guys are saying no concerns. Just be friendly. Share your passion for them. Let them know that you think that they're capable of doing amazing things, and back up, because this is a passionate being. All right. And I see this person making a living doing what they love. So they're going to get there. So if they're coming forward saying, hey, I am going to be doing glass blowing or something bizarre that you just don't think is going to, add up to a full career, let them go, because I think they have the opportunity. In this day and age, there's so many different outlets to make money, right? So let's let them be creative. Let's let them do their thing. And even if it fails, it's a learning lesson for them, Aries. So yeah, I think overall, this is going to be a great Thanksgiving for you. There's going to be some stressors to avoid with stressful family members that are going on about things in the past tense that they just really need to let go. But there's going to be some people that you connect with on a deep level. You're going to be happy to see. And it might be, some cousins, some brothers or sisters that you don't get to see very often. But overall, I'm liking the energy. Just avoid the conversations about politics, the prices of things nowadays. Like, don't mention the gas prices. All right, Aries. All right. So we're going to go forward to friends for Aries. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Comment. Let me know what you're doing today. Are you already baking? I'm going to be. I'm going to be giving readings, but I'm going to be doing some baking as well. All right. Your friends are just kind of, fell off the face of the earth as we're going into Thanksgiving. I think as Thanksgiving ends, you might hear from one or two wanting to vent, saying they don't understand how they came from the family that they came from. So I feel like, no love lost about the dropping off the face of the earth. You guys all have your own Thanksgiving thing to do. And they're going to resurface with their own little family stories. That's going to make you giggle. You guys are going to vent to one another, and it's just going to be a whole good scenario. So I love that for you. So no friends causing drama this Thanksgiving. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to Taurus. Let me see here, you guys, at 8:07. We are at Taurus. Hi, everybody. Oh, just to put out there, you guys, Virgo won. So that will be the bonus reading when I get around to it. We'll do our Virgo reading. And I'll announce that again at the end. I'm going to try to make sure everybody knows. All right, Taurus, let's get the dish around the drama for family and friends. Hopefully none. Hopefully no drama this Thanksgiving. Oh man, there might be a little bit of drinking going on. Maybe you're wondering why one person only is over there drinking by themselves. There's some issues around drinking or with a particular person that likes to party, maybe overindulge a little bit. Maybe last Thanksgiving there was a feud. I don't know, but there seems to be some lack of healing around this one person. And maybe this person doesn't even do a whole lot with their life. They're just not taking life serious, right? It's like they just don't get it. And the guys are saying, you're creative, you're amazing. You understand that they're just not getting it. They're not doing what they need to do. And the guys are saying just to avoid it. It's kind of hard when you're all in the same house, but we don't have to take it so serious, right? We don't have to tune into it. The guys are saying, see for what it is and kind of back off so they're not getting you in this mode, right? And I feel like they're going to be mentioning some past things. They're going to try, they're going to try to get you to blow some steam. Look at that right there. All right. So, and you already know, I got the distrust card, right? We got the trust card here, but in the reverse form, we got some distrust going on with this person and their intent. And I feel like they are kind of trying to cause some chaos. So I think they enjoy it. You know, and I also feel like this person it might even go as far as they have a drinking problem. You know, they're doing way too much celebration, especially on this Thanksgiving. And you're like, oh man, we don't need this again. Like I got the rebirth of, you know, too much drinking, too much, you know, chaos. Yeah, you know, they're just trying to have like a college party going on or something where, you know, you're trying to have a good family time. You're trying to communicate with people. You're trying to let people know about your life and see how everybody else is doing. And this person could bring you a lot of sorrow if you let them, you know. And for some of you, it might not be drinking, you know, it might be drugs, or maybe you just got this lazy person that likes to cause chaos, likes to cause drama. I don't know, but I'm really getting a feel that this has something to do with some drinking this Thanksgiving. I wouldn't get pulled into it. Maybe have a glass of wine or a beer when you get home, because you're not going to want to participate in this. All right. So how is everybody doing out there? And the guy says, you know, just don't let it go. The hard feelings that you're holding towards this person, I'm not saying so much to carry resentment, but that is the way they are. That's the way they're going to be, and it's not going to get any easier with them. So I would work on how you respond to them, right? Don't let them make your Thanksgiving chaos. All right. So we're going to move forward to those friends and see what's going on with them this Thanksgiving and their thoughts, emotions, and intent towards you. Guides, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Oh, you are going to be hearing from your friends. They are lacking some patience, maybe about how much Thanksgiving is costing, how much time they're putting in, all the cooking that's going to be done. They're trying to take control of the situation. So I feel like your close friends really trust you, that they can just kind of vent. They can just say whatever comes to mind, you know, and I think it is, you know, pretty much that they're just not mastering this Thanksgiving thing. Yeah, you know, they're trying. They're passionately trying here. But they feel good about you in general. They feel good about sharing this with you. And I see that they really love you. You know, I see a lot of passion, happiness, and joy in this connection. Like, I don't want to lose my friend. And maybe you got some new friends, you know, that you met here recently that are very grateful for you. Because I got this 2 of Cups, you know, or maybe some people are coming back in a picture that you're just like, oh, they feel so good. It feels so nice to be around them, and you're excited to see them. So I feel like in the friend, you know, category, you guys are doing amazing. You got some good support groups and even more coming in here soon. So I love seeing that for Taurus. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys, or early Thanksgiving. Hi. Where are you guys from? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you going to be hanging out with friends this year? All right. So are we strictly family? Who's having a Friendsgiving? I'm going to be baking, you guys. We're making blackberry cobbler and cookies and all kinds of stuff today to prepare. All right. I like the money signs over here. I don't know what it's all about, but I like it. All right. So we're going straight into Gemini. Guys, what do you see? Round family for Gemini this Thanksgiving. Oh, people trying to hide they're trying to act like they're excited to be there. They're putting up fronts. Let's put it that way, Gemini. You know, they're not wanting to talk about things that everybody's been arguing about or what's been weighing on them this year. Maybe some people have been upset with you or a little disgruntled, and they're like, hey, it's Thanksgiving. We're going to avoid all of that. We're going to put a smile on our face today, and we're going to pretend like everything's good. And for some of you, it's your mom. Okay. Your mom is lacking patience with you. All right. I'm just going to be direct, or a mom figure. You know, this could be an aunt, maybe a grandma, you know, something on the lines of that, but she's letting it go today. You know, she's going to cook all your favorites, no worries, and like everything is okay. Okay. So I wouldn't be mentioning it, but I see you feeling a little guilty. Okay, so maybe you haven't been calling home. You know, I don't know what it is, but somebody's a little upset and you're feeling a little guilty about it. So I feel like, you know, this is out of your ordinary character. And, you know, I would just go with the flow, Gemini. I mean, even if, you know, they're not really, you know, feeling the distance that you brought towards them here recently or whatever it may be. For some of you, I'm just going to put out there, you might have gotten in trouble with a lot. You Geminis are really, really good at that. Or maybe you told them you were going to go through with something, because that's what I'm seeing here. You know, and I got this manipulation card, and I'm Gemini. I'm not saying you meant to manipulate anybody, but maybe you bit off a little bit more than you could chew or you could follow through with. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Not really sure what's being said over there, but happy early Thanksgiving. What's everybody's favorite dish? All right. So this isn't such a big deal. You know, just start taking things a little bit more serious. Make that apology after Thanksgiving and say, hey, I'm going to get that done, Grandma or Mom or whatever it may be. But today, let it be. Enjoy the peace, harmony, and those special dishes. All right. I am glad that you are feeling well. Oh my goodness. We're definitely not commuting with a fake devil, you guys, okay? Go somewhere else with that. All right. We got rid of that person. Okay, so we're going to move forward to friends for Gemini. What do we see? Round friends, thoughts, emotions, and intent for Gemini. I would be avoiding that one friend that wants to get way over zealous for Thanksgiving. Okay. Maybe they're wanting to do some celebration with you. Maybe this is the ordinary thing and you're used to it. Like you guys do your family meal and then you get together in the evenings and the guys are saying, watch yourself. All right. I got negative event. I just kind of feel like this person might get overly drunk. They're not planning anything negative. I feel like this person does love you, but you just have them friends sometimes that just drink too much, right? You're what? I'm not sure what you're saying. I am there, but hi. Really good to see you as well. Oh, not feeling well. Make sure you're drinking some chicken broth. That is my thing here recently. I am all about drinking the chicken broth. It just helps when you're sick, you're not feeling well, you need a little extra boost. All right. So, yeah, we got this one friend that just goes too far, right? They're not going to change. They're going to cause disharmony. And it might not even be that big of a deal. Like you've dealt with it 100 million times, but maybe you're not feeling it this year. And the guys are saying it is okay to detach, not get yourself pulled into this. Maybe let them know, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, you know, maybe you grew up, maybe you're over this, you know, or maybe you just want to have a couple of drinks, talk a little bit, and then head home to your family and friends, right? But overall, let's keep that playful energy coming. I feel like everybody's coming at you with playful energy. They think you're a passionate being. They have fun joking with you. They love your sense of humor. They trust you. You have friends that trust in you. They know you're dependable. So I like that. And for a lot of you, you have friends like since high school, right? Like you've kept friends for many, many years. So I love that for you as well. So I feel like you got a good friend group. Just maybe one or two is having problems growing up. All right. So we're going to move forward to Cancer. All right, you guys, make sure you're tapping into your sun, moon, and rising and cross watching to get the whole picture. Also, make sure you subscribe and like so we can tune into each other's energy. Well, thank you. All right, so shuffling these babies and getting right into Cancer's family dynamic, guides. What do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. We don't want them going into the Thanksgiving meal unprepared. You might have a family member hitting around for a loan, so watch yourself. I wouldn't be bragging about any extra money you have or extra wins you had here recently, because I'm seeing somebody a little low on cash. Okay. And they might have recently got a job. It feels like something's in the workings for them that's looking really good. So they're going to be fine, right? They don't need that extra help from you. Okay. So no worries there. Be that family member, listen, but lack courage in giving any kind of money. Look at this. I had courage in reverse. So if a family member comes around looking for money, the guy's just saying, keep a hold of it. The reality of it is they have something in the works for them. And here's what it is: breakthrough. They're going to be just fine without your help. Okay. So wish them luck, all that goodness, maybe even light a candle and do a little prayer for them, but don't give them your money. All right. So other than that, there might be some drinking, maybe even from the same person. Maybe this is you doing the drinking. Yeah, I'd watch drinking this Thanksgiving. You might find that you get a little too pulled in and you might make a butt of yourself. Okay. Be a little embarrassed, feeling a little guilty the next day. All right. So let's be careful on that. And I mean, I feel like it's something that one of you guys have done in the past, not trying to call you out or anything or point fingers, but I feel like some of you have definitely, overindulged in the past at a family get together or maybe, a Thanksgiving. And the guy's just saying it could be in the cards this year for you if you allow it to be. All right. So that's a warning. Let's keep the drinks down. Let's keep the joy and the fun up. And I feel like your family is just going to be their ordinary self overall, right? So I feel like this is going to be a good flow for you. Just watch how much you drink. All right. So we're going to go forward to friends, family, thoughts, and emotions. What do we see? Give me some direct answers right now for Thanksgiving time. I appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting. I love it. All right. So friends. Oh, you're going to be making some new friends. Some old friends are going to be popping up. Maybe even inviting you over for Thanksgiving. And yeah, you're going to see that they really let go of some old toxic behaviors. They've really changed. I feel like this is a really good thing, right? Like take the time to see where this person is at, what they're thinking. And I feel like, connection is growing, right? Understanding of one another is growing. And you're letting go of past situations or of any misunderstandings around the past with this person. I feel like something was weighing on you with somebody. Like, I want to move past this, but I don't understand. Right? Like you needed some kind of explanation, some kind of understanding of why they made the moves they did. And the guy says, you're getting there. This Thanksgiving, somebody's coming forward or a roundabout, and you guys are going to have this deep level conversation that's going to get you back into your ordinary flow. And the guides are saying that this person has been guided to you. Okay. So this friend is part of your soul family. All right. And you guys were meant to meet. You're meant to be doing this. So don't discount them. Do not, if you have them blocked, unblock them and be open to this communication because growth is to be had here. Okay. But for some of you, I feel like you might be having a friend's giving or going to a friend's house for, a meal. And I believe that this is going to be really, really good for you. It's a really good move for you this time of year. All right. So I love it. I love this reading for you, Cancer. You guys, I give a reading every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, doing a weekly vibe reading of love and career. So make sure you're tuning in. And we're going to be moving forward to Leo. Hi, Leos, cross watchers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, let's make sure we're subscribing so we can exchange energy. I can tune in and give some detailed readings for the people that are here with me. All right, Leo, let's check into that family dynamic. Hopefully we don't have too much drama going on this Thanksgiving. Oh no, somebody's traveling from a distance. Somebody, or they had to work hard for this meal. Somebody's unburdening themselves about how much they had to put in to be there, get this done, or something on the lines of that. They mean well, right? But it's a little agitating. And you really connect with this person. You try to hide how annoying they are about this, and I would say that's probably the best thing to do. Not to be like, why do you always have to say that, right? Or why do you always have to throw this in our face? It's not the place or the time, Leo. So it's best to overlook. And I feel like this is probably an older family member, and I always have to tell you guys, we can't change the way they behave. They're stuck in their behaviors, right? So the only thing we can do is how we change how we respond to it. They mean well. They're just wanting you to take acknowledgement of how much you're doing to make this happen for you, to be there with you. So let's just look at it from a place of love. All right. And, clear that slate. Maybe meditate before dinner. You're going to feel so much more refreshed. And here's you going into Thanksgiving, right? Well, at least this is how the guides want you to go into Thanksgiving. Not letting all these past little resentments and annoyance on your shoulder, holding it against anybody, and walk into dinner of more of a place of love. All right. Yeah. The guys are saying, let it go. Let go of any kind of disharmony you have with family members. And the right in this card shows you guys, having a good foundation together and building harmony for the year to come. Like this, what you set tone-wise for this meal is the tone for the rest of the year. How amazing is that? So let's keep it positive. Let's keep it loving. All right. So now we're going to lay on friends for Leo. Guys, what do we see? Friends. Hopefully the friends are keeping the drama down through the holidays, but you never know. And we're going to get some thoughts, emotions, and intent and overall view of you as well. A lot of friends are going to be visiting this Thanksgiving, right? I don't feel like that's uncommon, though, that we put up the fronts and the smiles with family. And as soon as we leave, we're like, we're so exhausted, bestie. You won't believe how much Steve drank or whatever it may be. And I got to tell you, Leo, I hate to be a bummer here, but I feel like some friends are going to be doing some over drinking. All right. Some overindulging, and they could be very exhausting. And, they're just passionate. They're just having fun, but they vent too much. They carry on too much. And it might be a whole lot for you to handle, especially if you're hitting a family Thanksgiving meal before hooking up with your friends. Because that's almost a vibe I'm getting. Like you guys have an after party going on where you're sharing some leftovers, whatever it may be. And yeah, you're just like lacking understanding why they get so worked up. Why they get so, hyped up and just drunk. I mean, look at this. This is having a few drinks, relaxing, enjoying life, reverse form. That is really overindulging. And here's you. This is how you're feeling about it. Exhausted. So I would avoid the party altogether. That's my thought. I just wouldn't go there. I wish everybody a good time. Maybe get on a video chat, and then I would go home with my leftovers and have some peace, Leo. I'm just gonna put that out there. All right, we're gonna move forward to Virgo. You guys, Virgos, great news! You won the bonus reading. How awesome is that? I will be updating you guys on when I will be releasing that. But that'll be a whole hour, you guys, on, somewhere thereabout. I'm not going to time it, but I'm going to try to put in a whole hour of laying on love, money, and whatever else you guys want me to cover. I mean, I could definitely cover friends and family again in that reading. So let me know, Virgos. This is up to you, what you want me to cover in this reading, okay? Hour long with Miss G. All right, so we're going to lay on family and friends, or excuse me, we're just starting with family. Family, thoughts, emotions, and intent. and the energy around Thanksgiving. What do we see, guys? Give me some direct answers right now. Everybody's trying to act mature, right? There's something kind of weighing on everybody in the family that they're not mentioning, or they're barely mentioning and trying to overlook and act like it's there. And I feel like everybody's trying to stay strong together. That's the overall vibe that I get here. Is to stay strong, stay positive, stay mature, and, just hope that good things are building. I got the rightness in reverse. I got the postponement in the reverse. So you guys are waiting to hear about something. Something's building. And it's moving in slow. Okay, I got slow card, rebirth card, right? So there's something as a family whole that's weighing on you guys that you're waiting to know the outcome to. And we're like, oh, we're not going to discuss that, right? And maybe this is a court case. Maybe it's somebody's health, to where we're just like, we're going to be positive. We're going to stick together and not trying to focus on any kind of negatives. But you guys are grateful for one another. You're holding tight on one another, right? You don't want to lose anybody. So there's a lot of closeness around this Thanksgiving. And maybe people are a little over serious, a little too serious this Thanksgiving, right? That makes you feel even a little bit more conflicted. But overall, I see it no drama. I see it, going uneventful. You're happy it's over with. You feel like everybody's supporting you and there for you, which is a good thing. And the ending card is this: that you feel like things are really good with your family, that you guys are working together, you're supporting together, and that it was a nice meal. So you're going to end the night feeling good about the whole situation. So whatever it is that's weighing on you guys as a family, you're coming together, you're staying strong, and you're making it happen. And the guides are proud of you. All right, super awesome. So we're going to move forward to Virgo friends. Thoughts, emotions, and intent guides. What do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. Well, I feel like people are kind of back and forth through this, Thanksgiving time, but they feel really passionate about you. A lot of people have their door open to you, right? Like you have people that you can reach out to, talk to, that will support you. And even in Thanksgiving time, you can expect that they'll be like, hey, you matter to me. They might not be able to put a lot of time into it, but I really see that you have some people that care about you, that are putting you on a pedestal, even though they feel like there's some things you haven't mastered, and I don't take that as a knock at all, that we're all growing, right? And they're helping you, and, you're helping them, and vice versa. Like if we're here on this earth, there's things we haven't mastered, right? I mean, that's just all there is to it. There's things we haven't learned yet. So that is the whole thing here, you guys, is, this isn't a knock at all. They know there's things that you're trying to master. They know there's things that you're going through, and they want to support you in that. Look at that. They want to support you. They put you on a pedestal. You matter to them. You make them feel good. You're there for them as well. And here I got the Outsiders card in reverse, showing them they have their door open to you. So you have a couple good friends, Virgo. Even when you feel disconnected with them, they're supporting you and going to be there for you in the long run. All right. And you might hear from a couple of them this Thanksgiving, or around this Thanksgiving, and they're feeling a little mentally conflicted. Like I've seen a lot of the zodiacs. We got some friends, messaging in, calling in, venting about, family scenarios, maybe how much baking they have to do, who they don't trust, or something about distrust here and lacking understanding. So maybe some love dramas happening this Thanksgiving. But yeah, you're supporting them, they're supporting you, and it's just really nice dynamic. All right. Wow, Virgo. I love that for you. Happy Thanksgiving. And if you need me, my link is down in the comments, you guys. I'm going to be baking, but I'm available all day today. All right. So we're moving forward to Libra. All right. Wow. So shuffling these babies, picking up on Libra dynamic, family dynamic, that is. Guys, what do we see? What does Libra need to know to avoid family drama? We're going to pick up on some thoughts, emotion, and intent as well, Libra. All right. Wow. You're kind of juggling some things, but you're handling it well. So maybe you're baking, maybe you have to go, do some errands, some different things, but you're going with the flow. And that's kind of setting the tone for your, whole Thanksgiving, right? Without even being aware you're doing it. You're bringing this amazing energy, relaxed energy to the table, and it's just kind of setting the tone. And here's the outcome, feeling good about the whole scenario. Like you've mastered whatever it is that was on your plate. You're feeling good about the get together. You feel good about your family. You feel like everybody's happy and that it was a really good Thanksgiving. I feel like you were distrusting, you were lacking understanding how you're going to bring all this together. And maybe there's some issues with some family dynamics, that aren't direct to you, but, there's definitely happening in the people that you spend time with and that you're closest to. And you're like, oh, how's this all going to work out? But in the end, you're happy with the outcome. Everything works out great and everything falls into place exactly as it should. And Libra is because you are setting the tone, all right? You are setting the whole vibe to this whole situation. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to lay on Libra's friends, thoughts, emotions, and intent this holiday season or Thanksgiving, not really the holiday season. Let's see. Friends for Libra, guides. Your friends are laid back, relaxing. They're spending time with family. I feel like some friends could be coming forward doing a little bit of venting, like, oh, I wish I could deal with my family better. Because I feel like there's guilt on their behalf. Like, oh, I wish I was better at this. I wish I could handle these situations better. All right. But overall, I feel like you're in a good flow with your friends. They love you. You're passionate. If you're spending time together, I see that going really, really well. Any issues with friends, we're letting it go for the day. We're grateful for one another. We're communicating well, feeling good. And I feel like, you're excited to spend some time together. For some of you, you might even go on an adventure together. I don't know what that is about, So yeah, but I see something about an adventure. Maybe it's just a fun after party on Thanksgiving. I don't know. But maybe you hash a plan. Maybe that's what it is. You're hashing a plan to, spend some time together, to do a little adventure together. But something's going to have you excited with some friends this Thanksgiving, sharing some energy, being there for each other. And I think it's going to feel really good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to Scorpio. All right, shuffling these babies, picking up on energy. Scorpio, what do we see around the family dynamic as we enter Thanksgiving? Family thoughts, emotions, and intent, maybe even happenings. All right. Oh. Wow, this is a great energy. We have the Lovers card. So there's a lot of love shared between you and your family. Then I got the 10 of Pentacles. So everybody's working together. Everybody's in harmony. Everybody's enjoying life and loving one another. So I feel like this is going to be a really great family get together. The only thing I'm seeing that being an issue is something about a family member in travel. Maybe this family member doesn't get there. I don't know what it is. Maybe everybody has to, chip in some money for a bus ticket. I don't know, but there's something about travel with somebody, and I got innocence in reverse. So everybody's like, we feel like we're being manipulated or pulled into some hoopla. All right. So maybe they could bring their self, but they're making somebody else drive them, or maybe they're claiming they can't make it because they don't have transportation, but you know better. I don't know what it is. All right. Scorpio, you let me know. All right. You're going to have to update me on that family drama. But overall, I'm seeing it peaceful. I'm seeing everybody in harmony together, having a good time, eating food, rejoicing and being grateful for one another. So I love that. I think you have a really good family. All right. So super, super cool. And we're going to lay on friends. Friends for Scorpio. Hi, Javel. Not really sure what you're saying there, but everybody, Javel Pumpkin is my son, my biggest fan, and I love him. So there's your shout out, Jax. Jax is Javel Pumpkin, and I love him. He's my baby. He's my baby booze. All right. Jax, people from all over the country can see this, honey. Some people have, different names. All right, so let's shuffle these babies. Friends for Scorpio. Oh, your friends are going to be stressful, acting immature, and this is not new. Scorpio. Might be time to upgrade. Oh, there's going to be drinking. And you trust in this. You have faith that friends are going to be drinking. That's what the guys are saying here. And you're going to be participating in this. At least this is what the intent is, right? Or the door is open. You have an invitation. Maybe you're on a fence. I don't know. But for majority of you, I feel like this is go-to. You go to the after party. And I didn't realize so many people had after parties after Thanksgiving. I mean, we have many times in the years past, when I used to be a drinker. But, in this read, I'm starting to realize how many people are actually, are doing this. They're having these after parties with their friends, maybe some family, and having some good times being shared. Know that this is going to see the same rodeo as last time, or, the multiple rodeos that you've been on, right? Because I have the maturity card in reverse. You have some friends that never grew up. They're stressful. I see clinging to the past. So past behaviors being repeated. Okay. So you just got to decide, Scorpio, if you want to be open to this rodeo this year or not. Personally, me, I would go home. I would enjoy life and have a good time just eating some leftovers. But I guess it's just how much you want to sign on to this year. And you're really conflicted because you'd feel guilty if you didn't show. That's what I'm seeing, is that you would feel guilty if you didn't show, right? Because you're so connected with them. And the guides are saying, let it go. Look at this. Let it go. This is you. And they're saying, this is where you need to be. If this does not suit you, if this is not how you want to spend your time, let it go. Don't let them guilt trip you. Tell them you'll meet them up with some coffee, maybe breakfast in the morning, something on the lines of that, to where you don't have to get pulled into all this hoopla. All right, Scorpio. So be courageous this year and speak up for yourself. Okay, so Saggies. We are going to tap into your family dynamic this Thanksgiving. All right, shuffling these babies, picking up on energy. Guys, thoughts, emotions, and intent for Saggies. How is this Thanksgiving looking with family? Oh. Some of you are not traveling to see family. Some of you are staying to yourself. There's something about traveling, staying home. I got the Thunderbolt card around this. So there's some kind of drama with you and family for sure. I feel like you're staying home, but this might be a good thing for you. Less drama, less fighting, less toxicity. I feel like there's some hard feelings between you and other people, and you staying home. And what you're really, craving for this Thanksgiving is harmony with family. You want harmony, you want peace of mind, you want to have a good time of sharing gratitude, sharing food, and you're not willing to deal with the rest of this. Right? You're just like, no possibilities am I going to entertain, connecting with some toxic people or some family members that want to argue or fight or anything in between. And that's what I'm seeing. I got the fight card. There's some hurt feelings between you and people. And maybe you don't fight. Maybe you're just holding a grudge, but there's some mental thought bases held against one another. And maybe it's, you and another person. Maybe it's you and a couple other people that are in your family unit. But you're mentally conflicted, and trying to connect this Thanksgiving just would not go well emotionally for you, for a lot of you. So if you're detaching, you're staying to yourself, I do feel like you are creating harmony and peace of mind. You are creating the environment you desire. So if other people, are making you feel out of this, not having, the happy family home life and meal as desired, it is best that you cut that off and just tune into maybe your own household, right? And keep things simple, whatever it may be. Right? Because you trying to reach out right now and trying to hash this out or whatever it may be is just going to get backlash. Look, share passion reverse. To me, that's an angry response, a resentful response, a response to try to hurt somebody. So right now is not the time. And maybe you think, oh, my family wouldn't be that way. Maybe what I'm saying sounded more harsh than what would actually happen, but it wouldn't feel good. Okay. And I got beyond illusion. So I think that they could surprise you with the negative behavior that they could bring to the table. Okay. Beyond your illusion. So maybe they'd ignore you. I don't know what it is. Dang, I got like a fly or something landing on my ear. But I don't know what it is, but it's beyond your illusion. So I would sit back. Oh my Lord. Do you see that? It's in love with my ear. Yeah. They're saying not to be bold. Not to take that time right now. The rebel would break past the barriers of you and your family and the chains and, move towards unity. And I'm not saying that's not ever needed at any point in time or won't be needed. But this Thanksgiving, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You wish you'd had it. Stick to yourself. Stick in the vibe of harmony and peace and hash out the family issues on a later day. All right. Oh, we might want to do friends for Saggies. I was almost about to move forward. You guys have to comment sometimes and let me know. That's why you want to stay in these lives. So you make sure I cover everything. So you have it. So, tune into it later. I get so flighty, you guys. All right. We're shuffling these babies. Saggies, friends, thoughts, and emotions, and intent. And even actions around Thanksgiving. I see that you really do have some friends that deeply care about you. And maybe you were wanting more attention or will be wanting more attention from them this Thanksgiving. And, maybe nobody's reaching out. Maybe they're not acting the normal. They're staying a little bit more silent than usual. And you're like, wow, nobody's grateful for me. Saggy, everybody loves you. Everybody's doing their own thing. And they're going to be popping up, making you feel good right after Thanksgiving, letting you know they're on your mind, that you help them grow, flourish, might even explain all the family drama they have going on. That's going to make you feel better about the situation and make you realize that they're there. They're there for you if they're messaging or not. All right, Saggy? All right. Wow. You guys, I got to get something to drink real quick. Let me read these comments. Poland, I am sending tons of healing energy towards you, love. Feel better soon. And people, watch your languages and stuff in the comments. My number one fan is my son, okay? All right, so we're moving forward to Cappies. And we're going to get right into that family dynamic for Capricorns. Guys, what do we see? Thoughts, emotions, and intent. Family-wise, around Thanksgiving. Give us some details right now. Wow. Some of you Cappies have an awesome family, huh? All right. So I feel like there's something under the surface, not anything that's really big deal, but it's there, right? It's something nobody's going to bring it to the surface. Nobody's going to discuss it. So if there's a concern, that family hasn't been on the same page of things, maybe you feel guilty about something you did or didn't do, maybe you didn't follow through with something. And the guy's just saying, no worries, let that go, because this is the first card. Nobody's mentioning that. Nobody wants to go there. They want harmony. They want to express love, gratitude, and just have a really good family get together. Okay. Transformation. They want to move past it. All right. They want you guys to grow, be supportive, loving with one another. And whatever this is that's making you feel guilty, that's underneath the surface, everybody else is just releasing it and moving forward. And here we are. We got patience. Your family loves you. They nurture you. They support you. And there's nothing you're really going to do that's going to make them hate you for life, right? Or discount you. And I don't feel like whatever it was that horrifying anyways, that would go that far. But, this is the nurturing energy that I see coming up this Thanksgiving and beyond. This is the way they're always with you. So some of you have a really good mom, maybe a good grandma and aunt too, that are just really loving. I feel like this is going to be a fun time. Everybody's going to be playful and joking and laughing and sharing food and making memories. So no worries about whatever has been weighing on you guys, okay? I got the dream card in reverse. So I feel like you do think that it's going to cause a little bit of friction this Thanksgiving, and it's been weighing on you a little bit mentally, like, oh man, now we're all going to get together. Surely this is going to come up and everybody's going to be looking right at me wanting explanations, right? And the guys are saying, no, we're releasing this. We're letting this go. Everybody, no two-facedness, no pulling you into something so they can, try to pull you out or, be upfront with you in front of everybody and put you on the spot. Okay. Everybody's aware. Everybody's moving forward, and it's time for you to do that as well. All right. Very cool. So let's look at those friends, Cappy, and see what we can pick up. Shuffling these babies. Guys, what do we see for friends? Thoughts, emotions, and intent around Thanksgiving and beyond. Yeah. We'll get some details today. you might be losing some friends. And I don't know if this has any direct, relation necessarily to Thanksgiving, but you got some friends that are detaching from you. Something about clinging to the past. I mean, you might be transforming into a new era. Maybe you outgrew these people. Maybe they outgrew you. I don't know what it is, Capricorn. But I feel like some people, or maybe it's you that have a chip on your shoulder to some friends. But the first thing I thought of, that came to me is friends having a chip on their shoulder to you. Look at this. Friendship, letting go, chip on the shoulder. All right, over something that has happened in the past. So I don't know if this is recent past, what it is, but the reality of it is you can't do anything to fix it. It is what it is, and it's time to move forward, right? These people are detaching from you. It wasn't a good foundation. Maybe it's one person, maybe it's two. I think you'll soon to come to find out. You'll have to update me, Cappy, okay? But what I'm seeing is that these people are detaching from you. Oh, this might have even been a friend-lover situation, okay? Look at this. That's pretty direct, Cappy. But what I'm seeing is, somebody maybe that it was just a crush, and you guys were doing a little bit of flirting, but mainly just friends. I got new vision. They are going to detach from you. All right. So I'm just giving you the heads up on that. Maybe they're starting a new relationship, but they're definitely focusing into another area. And I feel like this could weigh on you, but it also clears the slate for you as well, right? This makes you start wondering what could be, or putting your energy in a direction, that isn't needed. And when we lose friends, we lose lovers, whatever it may be, new people come in. And you're going to be feeling good about the situation soon to come, with this clean slate, being able to do you, right? And, calling new people. I feel like the whole situation is exciting. All right. We're going to move forward. Oh, I didn't mark Capricorns. Damn it. We're going to move forward to Aquarius. I'll have to timestamp it here in a little bit. So everybody but Aquarians or Capricorns are going to have a timestamp until I get through the video. Bear with me. All right. Wow. We are on Aquarians. I feel like this reading has went fast, you guys. I don't know. All right, Aquarians. We are picking up on a family dynamic around Thanksgiving. Everyone's thoughts, emotions, and intent, and how to avoid the drama if there's going to be any. All right. Wow. Oh, I feel like your family vents, right? Like you tell everything to one another. Okay. And it's not a negative thing. Like it's how you guys talk to one another. It's your dynamic. It's what you do. And I feel like, you guys feel good about sharing these things with each other, right? Maybe you're cooking and you're roasting people. You're like, oh, you wouldn't believe what this person said or this person done. And you're like, oh, I can up that. And everybody's giggling about all the different things that, you guys have experienced with one another. Okay. And I feel like for some people, they have some huge burdens on their shoulder. There might be some people that have some health issues, and they're talking to you. They're talking to other family members about this. And this brings in some sadness, and it wasn't, some things that you knew, or at least you didn't know it was of that extent. So there might be a little bit of some sorrow, some things shared that could bring a little sadness this Thanksgiving. And, and I don't feel like, it's anything too hugely devastating, but just bringing your awareness to, what might have been happening with somebody. And I keep going back to health, you guys. That isn't 100% set. There's a lot of you guys out there. But what I'm getting is, somebody being like, hey, I want to make you aware, health-wise, this is what I've been struggling with. But overall, I'm seeing everybody having a good time. They're playful. They're open. I see everybody paying attention to to you, wanting to know what you've been doing. And your family really loves you. You're just kind of like on a pedestal. Maybe you're the baby of the family. I don't know. But, lots of communication, lots of attention coming your way, lots of jokes, fun times, and just laughs being shared. So even though we might get a little bit of some rough news, we're going to be supporting everybody. We're going to be nurturing everybody and coming together. So I love to see that for you, Capricorns. I feel like it's going to be a really nice Thanksgiving for you. It's going to be drama-free, at least on the family end. And we're going to get right into friends and see what's going on there. All right. Friends of Aquarians, thoughts, emotions, and intents, happenings around Thanksgiving. What do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. Maybe some of them are your family, right? I mean, all family isn't blood. Maybe that's who you are having Thanksgiving with, or at least some of them are coming to your Thanksgiving. And that's a good thing for you. You like that. I feel like some of your friends are, or at least one of your friends is connected to the hip with you. And they can be a little bit immature, but you love them, right? You support them. I feel like this is somebody that, you might be a little bit older than, at least a little bit more mature in, and you kind of give guidance to. So they're not just a friend, they're like family to you. And you think they are amazing. They have such a great future ahead of them. They're intelligent. So even though they're a little immature, maybe a little young, you see their potential. And you want to support them, and they make you feel good. I feel like you're spending time with this person, celebrating life, making memories, feeling, full of life yourself. And maybe, you this is your family. Maybe you don't have blood family anymore, or you don't spend time with them, and you're having this friend Thanksgiving, and it just feels really good. And it's needed, right? These little get-togethers, showing gratitude for one another, laughing, sharing these moments, making memories. I love it. I just love it, you guys. And I love this here. Look at you guys. 5 of you here. Happy Thanksgiving. Do not be scared to comment. I want to know what everybody's favorite dish is. I've been asking for weeks and nobody shared. Nobody cares, but I'm just a little curious. I would have to say, I love the cranberry sauce, you guys. Over the years with the turkey, that's kind of moved into like being one of my favorites, just because I don't eat a whole lot of like heavy meals. So like the other foods that I really like mashed potatoes, I can't really indulge in too much because I'm like, oh, I'm overstuffed. Oh, I can't handle it. All right, we're going to go ahead and move forward to Pisces. All right, last but not least, we're tuning into Pisces family dynamic. Thoughts, emotions, and intent, and happenings around the Thanksgiving meal. Oh, Pisces. Oh. All right, so we got some immature family members that are not going to let a past situation go. And they're going to go there. They're going to mention it this Thanksgiving. They're going to cause some issues. There's going to be some, upset feelings. If they're going to be verbalized or not, I would say more than likely. The end result is more harmony in the family. Okay. So maybe there is going to be a little bit of some fussing going on this Thanksgiving. Maybe there are going to be some words exchanged this Thanksgiving. Okay. And I'm going to show you that, but I want you to know first, before we go there, this is what I see the outcome being. And you guys, I refer to this card a lot as having your cake and your ice cream too, because it shows harmony, love, peace of mind, and a happy family home, a happy family working together, supporting one another, nurturing one another, and all that goodness. But what I see leading up into is a little chaotic Pisces. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm always going to be upfront, right? If you're a client of mine, you know I'm going to tell you the truth. We have the maturity card. Excuse me. In the reverse form. All right. So to me, that shows an immature, at least one immature person. Clinging to past issues, carrying a chip on their shoulder, and past behaviors as well, right? And I got mental burden in reverse, showing they're going to verbalize it. They're going to let it be known. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, let's keep the peace and harmony. Oh, no, they're going to use it as an opportunity to have all the family together, have everybody together to fit and let them know exactly what they think of this. And this is going to cause maybe some chaos, right? I got sorrowful, upset feelings. This is a mental card, you guys. And as you can see, that does not look good, right? We got 2 in reverse showing anger, right? Resentment. So there might be a fight. There might be some words exchanged. At least there's going to be some upsetness, and trying not to exchange words. And the Thunderport card shows almost a disaster of things, right? So again, Pisces, I'm not trying to scare you, but I feel like this immature person is going to come forward, make this scene, and maybe it is needed. Maybe it needs to be put out on the table right on Thanksgiving. I would choose another time, but maybe you guys aren't together a lot. And the guys are saying that this is going to help you guys get past this once and for all. All right. So some family members are bringing some turmoil forward, causing some issues. Don't back away from it. Don't tell them it's not time. Tell them how you feel about it. Make it happen. Bring that drama to the table, Pisces, and keep me updated, because here's the outcome. That's what's going to bring in this peace, harmony, love, nurturing, supportive energy that you really need in your family. All right. So embrace the drama, Pisces. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. As I stated earlier, Virgo is a winner of the bonus reading, you guys. So I'm going to be doing like a 45-minute-hour reading. I'm going to be covering love. I'm going to be covering career and finances, and I might even add in family and friends, thoughts, emotions, and intent as well. So make sure you're subscribing, you guys, liking, sharing, showing a little bit of love so we can exchange this amazing energy and keep the messages flowing. And again, happy Thanksgiving. I love you all. Mwah. Till next time, I'm shuffling these babies.